A sigh of relief. I don't know how you'll type that out. This is something that's been built up for the young ladies, the community, to have an opportunity to get out and see us play. I know they had that opportunity in the exhibition game, but you know, this one really counted. I thought that I was really excited about the fact that we were on the floor a lot. And we came up with the ball most times with those 50-50 opportunities. And we're just going to continue to get better. Defense is something that my teams have always been known for. And, you know, we're just going to continue to get better on the offensive end.
Talk a little bit about Crystal. She gave you a lot of minutes tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Crystal, well, all of our players will have to play a lot of minutes because we don't have a lot of depth. And so Crystal loves to play the game. And she'll always want it. She would never want to come out unless we take her out of the game. That's how she practices every day. That's how she prepares. And I'm not surprised. Crystal scored a lot of points at a previous institution, and she'll have even bigger blowout games than what she had tonight.
I know it's an exhibition and a season opener, but you kind of have your set, how many you're going to throw out there?
I mean, I think that'll vary. To be honest, I need everybody at some point. You know, Mahogany played a lot in the exhibition game, not so much his game. A lot of it will depend on how good they practice. Yeah, because that's how I build confidence in them when I see them out there. And so if they practice well, most times they'll play. And, yeah, so we'll do a combination of different lineups.
From the way the game started, how impressed were you with the girls just bouncing back and not letting it kind of snow them under?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. We fell and they hit a three. And then the girl banked one in. And that's why I didn't call a timeout, because that happens. So if I had called a timeout, our kids would have panicked. The crowd would have panicked. It was no big deal. Like, it's the first quarter. So we're going to be – and what I like is we challenge the young ladies to get stops. And I think at one point we got 12 in a row in that first quarter. You know, that says a lot. That's toughness. Here's the thing, offensively, we're going to be behind, because that's where you see if a team has been playing a lot with each other, it's on the offensive end. But defense is toughness, it's will. And so as long as we continue to do that and then build on getting that that connectivity on the offensive end and the confidence that they need, I think you'll see more of a balanced game on both ends.
Most of the game, Dunlap's kind of your leading producer there. What are you expecting out of her as the season progresses?
You know, the funny thing about Jalea is Jalea had been out. People don't know this, but this is Jalea's third week back, like playing. She couldn't even practice. So she was out with a shoulder surgery for 4 months. So what you're seeing is a rusty Jalea. Jalea is a pro. And so right now she's not even bulked up. She's not strong because she couldn't do any of those things. We really need to get her shoulder taken care of. This is a kid that was Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of South Carolina. Like, we expect this from her. And what I liked about Jalea is I challenged her to be more aggressive on the rebounding, and she had no rebounds for a while, and she finished up with a double-double.
It was low scoring, but you managed to kind of pull away there in the fourth quarter. What did you say in between third and fourth quarter? What did they maybe start doing out there?
Yeah, I mean, I just told them, I said, guys, it's 10 minutes. Do you want to win the game or not? Like, you're telling me you're going to allow 10 minutes to stop us from having success? I mean, you've worked so hard. And here's the thing. In my opinion, right now, we can be a 75-point team, but the points we're missing from Cece and Chandrika. And people don't understand the psychology of losing. Like, they've been used to, they've lost 15 games in a row. So that's what they expect. I'm telling you, they're going to continue to get better. I am so glad that we won for them, so that they can understand that it doesn't always have to be what they had been used to doing. And I'm telling you, you're going to see a better offensive production from them on Friday.
You finished with 11 steals and 4 dead ball rebounds, pretty good numbers, showing the effort that they wanted to put in. What do you think about that?
I'm just telling you, we're going to be tough. That's one thing. I never said we were going to win games. I said we're going to be tough. We're going to be competitive. We're going to act like we enjoy playing the game. And when you watch us, you'll be able to see that. And, to be honest, I didn't know how this game was going to go. Norfolk won 18 games, and they have a bunch of seniors. So in my opinion, we really needed to dig down and dig deep and figure out a way to start this season off with a win. More for the camaraderie of the team, for their confidence, just something that they can feel positive about.
You've said so many times that this team is going to be a work in progress.
Yeah.
Do you think this was a step in the right direction?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Just to find a way to have success. This was just 6 months ago we put this team together. And we've been having people out. Chandrika just got cleared. She's just coming back. Jalea was not available. So we have a lot. We're going to get better because we're just now getting together. You get what I'm saying? Like Crystal was not here for both summer sessions because she didn't get in school until the second summer session. So this is a new team. Offensively, the goal will be as they continue to get comfortable, you will see the success on the offensive end. But until then, we're going to get down and we're going to defend.
Was that premeditated after the game? I don't know many coaches that would take the mic and tell their fans we're a work in progress there after you win.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're just going to get transparency from me. That has always worked. If we're bad, I'm going to say we were bad. If we're good, if I thought we did well, I'll say we did well. I mean, I think that's what my players appreciate, and that's what fans appreciate, honesty. No use blowing smoke. It wasn't the prettiest game. But I'm just glad we got a win. I'll take an ugly win versus a pretty loss. And here's the thing: you could see the things that if it comes together, how nice it can be in the future if we can all put it together. And that's my job.
Okay, preliminary.
Oh yeah, just dehydrated. And we've been having a hydration challenge, and she's been failing at that. So I bet she'll move up the ladder after this game. Yeah, she's had cramps, yep.
I'm sure the nerves were pretty high today. How does it feel kind of getting it out of the way and getting your first game out of the way?
Yeah. I'm just relieved for the girls. To be honest, I'm so busy, I really don't have an opportunity to be nervous. Like, this is the busiest I've ever been in my life as far as coaching. So I don't get time to stress. I have 2 kids, a husband, a dog, and I have a lot of family that was in town, and I have a team, and I get blown away when I look at huddles, when I'm watching film and I see all these people that are there with me. I have a lot going on, so for me, this is not my first rodeo. So honestly, I wasn't nervous at all. I didn't have an opportunity, but I really wanted to have success for the girls. Fair with adolescents is a serious thing. They're just exposed so much because of social media. Every time they fail, everyone knows, And so early on, if they can have success, that's what they need to carry them on.
Anything else? All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.